I'm not gonna waste any time introducing myself. That's not why you're here. The greatest way to become a better artist. And I'm not gonna say information that is already out there, like study anatomy or observe things more. Even though they're true, that's not what I'm gonna talk about. So if you want to become a better artist, at least watch the first 60 seconds of the video. But if you're not an artist, then you can send this to a friend that you really want to help get better at art. So I was scrolling through Instagram last night and I came across a mental age test. Not to my surprise, there was no mental test, but there was a personality test though. This is the most important part of the video and where the information begins. It starts off by showing off a spectrum of answers, from the left to the right, from a strong disagreement to a very strong agreement to the question, and of course, the middle being neutral. Immediately, the first page asks the most important questions you need to face to become a better artist. But the way they phrased it, you can tell that there is a right answer to these questions. I strive for accuracy and precision in all my tasks. I noticed even the smallest inconsistencies and errors in my work. I am able to maintain high standards even under tight deadlines. I frequently check my work to ensure it meets the required standards. These questions require deep thought and a new view of your life to answer. But in order to do so, you must be so honest with yourself by never choosing to be neutral unless you do not understand the question. So, do you strive for accuracy and precision in your works? I open my sketchbook and I see. So that's why I suck at drawing hair and sometimes faces. Because I feel lazy to spend time working on the details, because I'm not used to them, but truly I was bad at them because I didn't strive for details from other already finished works. So how could my own be any better than the copied version? I do strive for them in my clothes though. So that's what's making me better at drawing clothes. I copied and copied so many times from others until one day it just began to click for me from my own poses. 2. Do I notice even the smallest inconsistencies and errors in my work? Most of the time, I can tell something's off, but I can't tell what. So I resort to saying everything's off. The ability to tell what's missing is key to know where to work on. Am I able to maintain a high standard even under a tight deadline? Looking back at my past works now, I clearly don't. You see, this is why you have to take out your past works and review them for yourself throughout this video. So go on, pause it, and go pick them and review them as you answer these questions. Before I go any further, I have to say that I'm someone who has been drawing since I was little, and now I'm in my 20s. And I was very disappointed to see that after all these years, this is what my art has amounted to. So on the 16th of January, I decided to make another manga one-shot for the Clip Studio Comic Awards. But this time, I made a decision to take my time and really work this out. Normally, it would take about 15 days to complete a 20-page manga. One day, I heard Ichiro Oda took 3 months to make his first one-shot, and soon after, I watched the movie Look Back. It took the main protagonist an entire year to make their one-shot. Even though they were still in middle school, why would they take 1 whole year to make one manga? So this time, I made a commitment to make this one in 3 months and not in 15 days. When we enter into March 16th, it will be 2 months since I started this journey. And I've made a lot of progress. I have spent a lot of time rewriting over and over again, as well as designing the characters again and again in order to get something better. I am sharing this with you because before I ever saw this post, I decided that it was time for me to hit my growth spurt as an artist, like Didi Mark did. So if you also want to truly improve a lot, and you must honestly answer and work towards these questions. Anyways, back to the questions. I'll leave you to answer the rest with no comment whatsoever. Or you can just click the link in the description and take the test yourself. But before you do any one of these things, you must know this. After taking a test, I had to pay some money. If you want me to tell you your results, I will need you to write your answers in the comments. So to make things easier for you, since there are 100 questions and 5 options, we will need to number them from 1 to 5. 1 being a strong disagreement and 5 being a strong agreement. But no choosing the number 3, because as you know, it's neutral, and what we want to do is identify what's really important to you. You have my word that any person that sends a list of their answers, I will personally check their results and send it to them in the comments. I'm about to get a 30-day trial. So if I see that there are a lot of people doing this, I might consider getting more. Anyways, back to the questions. So that's it. Now answered all these questions. You must write down the questions you need to have the answers to. Mine is these 7 questions. 1. I thrive for accuracy and precision in all my works. 2. I frequently check my work to ensure it meets the required standards. 3. I feel a strong sense of responsibility to correct inaccuracies for the benefit of others. 4. I am often the person who others rely on to find and fix mistakes. 5. I am adaptable and excel in a variety of tasks and roles. 6. I prefer to observe and analyze before getting involved in a situation. 7. I take charge of situations and I'm confident in making decisions. After taking this test on Thursday and today now being Tuesday, I started to implement the 7 questions into my work, into my art, and now my manga making skills have gotten really well since the last time, and I hope yours does too. But as you know, it's not enough. So I'ma see you next time. Goodbye and good night.